here.
Surrounded by cannons.
It's getting hit from every angle! Just pirate things! What is going on again, Nerd Paraders? Thank you guys so much for coming back to hang out with me today. We're playing some more Atlas, and we're being as piratey as we could be as we're checking out our fancy pirate base of the built by the Nerd Pirate Gang. Now, if you saw a couple of episodes ago, we showed off the wall that was laid down. Well, the actual fortress has really come a long way, and I'm excited to show it off to you guys today, rhyming on point. And I'm also excited to show you guys some defenses that we have for keeping our ship safe just by building on this island. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming to hang with me today, guys. I am Nick. This is Nerd Parade, and let's show off this piratey fortress, shall we? We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way to the top. That's what we're gonna do. So okay, and one more. Sploot. We're starting at our bottom, working our way to our top, and this is the wall that we had encountered a couple of episodes ago. It's really come a long way, and here is the more or less entrance to it. Now, we have built on the tippiest of tops of this island. There's 3 little layers of waterfall, and we built on the very, very, very tip-top one. There is... Can I get up this? Oh, crap. I can get up over here. Okay, I made it that time. There is elevators, the slowest form of pirate transportation, taking us up and down. But if you just don't have time, they've incorporated ladders here to make things go quicker. We've got our poor elevator worker there, who's two-legged John the Mighty, because he's been yanking that crank back and forth. That sounds weird out of context, just piratey things. We're going to go back up, because this will take forever, and I don't have the soundtrack for the Girl of Ipa Nipa playing in the background, but I can hum it for you. Do-do. Do 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 do, riding elevator music, and we've just reached the top, so let's check out some more of the base. Okay, enough singing, but I'd like to think that I have the voice of a pirate angel. This is the entrance, big wall of O defense, mortars on top of everything. This place is going to be very hard to raid. They even put a giant, mighty, veiny, triumphant lighthouse up at the very tip top just to let everybody know that this land has been claimed. No. I mean, they did, but we're gonna move away from that. Very, very fortified, just simply due to how hard it is to get up to this location. Cannons, just in case somebody manages to bring some kind of tame cart, something up this high, which is pretty unlikely. And there's also a lot of swivel guns. If I would make one change to the base, I would say the cannons are probably rather unnecessary. I'd like to see more swivels and fire. Swivels and fire definitely mean more for base defense at this type of fortified area than I think cannons would. Cannons, perfect for sinking ships, but unless there's an airship coming along, I don't see those being utilized that often. But the swivels, they're all placed very strategically, and will be able to blast down fire and or grape shot to more or less perforate anything coming through to our piratey castle. We're going to continue through, and it's built very, very nicely. Like, it's really architecturally pleasing. One of our pirate pals, Ripped, actually took the bull by the horns on this one, and has built this thing amazingly. It looks really, really good. Like, it's PvP functional, and it's PvE pretty. 2 things that I absolutely love to see in bases. So I'm really excited to kind of walk through this with you guys today. We're going to make our way to the tippy top. It's not crazy overboard, which we tend to kind of do every now and again. Like, there's no such thing as overkill in the Nerd Parade vocabulary, but we do go overboard a lot. So this one is more compact, and since it's more compact, it's easier to defend, at least in my opinion. So we've got our little bedroom. Even the bedroom is OCD placed. See, like, this guy gets me. He gets me. So I'm excited to show off the fortress to you today. Ooh. But after we're done with fortressing, we're going to get into some ship defendering. This is all well and good, but Atlas is a pirate game. And we're not going to be base bitches for, you know, a lot of time. base is all well and good to store our booties, but we need to protect our ships. And ship protecting is difficult because it's right there on the water. Your docks are right there on the water, and any ship can roll up and just decimate what you have if you're not paying close attention. So using this area, this map, this land to our benefit, you'll see that we have a ton of ships in that little cove there. And we've defended the area. So I'm excited to show that off to you guys today. So we're going to transition down there and even put some of our defenses to the test. All right, here we are. We're at the Cove, the defended Cove, and this is more or less what we're looking at here for our Cove defenses. I'm pretty excited to show this off to you guys, so we're gonna... Oh, shit, it's already happening. Well, I was going to say that we're joined here with Gru, who is operating as our crash test dummy to test out our Cove defenses to see how well they are handled, but it seems that, you're getting just shit on, buddy.
Yeah, I'm breaking.
Okay, so you didn't make it super far in. Yep, that's about as far as you got. And is that a sloop or a schooner?
This is a sloop.
That's a sloop. Okay, so that's probably the fastest kind of... Like, if you say you're going to do, like, a suicide run ship with flames on it or something, that'd probably be the fastest bet. Yeah. So, this is experiment number 1. We had Gru here. Oh, shit, now I'm firing. Those are the large cannons. Oh, I missed. Sadness. Well, I'm excited to see some of the more testing, because that went pretty fast. I'm surprised it went... There it goes. I'm surprised it went down as slowly as it did, actually. I'm excited to see some bigger ships go up against it. However, we kicked Gru out of the company and told him that he has to test out our defenses. And nothing would make him happier because he's now crash test Gru. Just kidding. We're going to talk about what we've got here. We went into the ship exploding very quickly, and we're going to check out the map. Now, as you can see here, I am at the X, and over here to the north, as well as the south, there's kind of a, like, think of it as like a peace sign. It's the way it's shaped. And we have 3 or 4 platforms, just like these guys, spitted about here to annihilate anything coming into these... Oh, what should I call it? What would we call this? A cove? I call everything a cove.
Cove or river system?
I like river system, but cove sounds way more piratey, and I've been calling everything cove. I feel like I'm overusing it lately, but we're going to go with it. Into this little cove area, we have these platforms. They're designed to simply do one thing, and that's stop ships coming in. But the real beauty of why we put the ships in here for storage, as you can see right above my head here. Oh, the sun is glaring. They're all kind of funneled in there. And that's to not only lure in enemy ships to come sink these, but it's to bottleneck them. So we're bottlenecking enemy ships into this river system, into this cove, to come attack our ships, which we're baiting them in with. And they're going to get annihilated by the platforms. Now, currently we have 11 platforms built between the 3 inlet systems. And our big ships, all of our ships, will be stored here because, conveniently enough, you can anchor the ships in this little river system. It's not that deep. So you're not leaving your ships floating around and taking degradation damage. They're anchored. They're good. They're set. And they'll fire at anything coming in. So the next ship that you're going to bring in is something a little bit stronger, right, Gru? It's a schooner? Or brig?
Yeah, schooner.
Schooner. Okay. Do we have sloopas first? Do we have schooner, brig, and galleon, or do we skip brig?
We got it all.
We got it all. Oh, we got it all. I'm excited to see all of them. I'm going to get up to this platform here and hang out with Neb so we could get a better angle of the view for the next explosion. And my idea for science purposes and explosion and pirate stuff is, will the bigger ships get exploded faster because they're a bigger target? I think yes, but we're going to find out here soon. Here comes crash test Gru number 2. Oh, they're already Platform 1 is already firing at you, but it's just out of range. Platform 2, Platform 3. We're on Platform 3. It's already unleashing hell. Whole thing is earthquaking. They're missing. They're missing a lot. This one's making it in. It's penetrating. Did they try to? Are they trying to overcompensate? They're gonna make it to the boats. They're gonna make it to the boats.
They're shooting too far, all of them.
Oh, that's funny. So Schooner penetrated our defenses. This is why we test things. This is why we test things. So now we have to rely on the ships to battle. I'm surprised the sloop, smaller ship, sunk faster than the schooner. So do you think we should lower the platforms to seawater level, so they start firing maybe more accurately? That's kind of what I was that's the first thought that kind of hit me.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. The
Okay.
problem is it's hard to get the platforms placed correctly.
That's true. That's true. Placing the platform is kind of butt. Now, when it comes to actually blowing down the platforms, do you think it's harder to do it at easier to do it at sea level, or just as hard as it would be up on the cliff?
They can't aim that high with ships in here.
So blowing it up when it's up on the cliff side is more difficult than sea level.
Yes.
But at sea level, they could fire back and attack, but probably aren't going to do that much damage considering its stone structure and likely to be rather resilient. I feel like the ships will take more, especially if they're large cannons, and blasting right as it sails through. We might have some rebuilding to do. Next up is going to be Brig, right?
Yes.
Let's see how the Brig fares. Our third test is the Brigantine. Gru has parked his ship right out there. Platform 1 is just beyond the rock. And we'll see if it makes it past. Are we taking bets? Do you want to say Platform 3? We're standing up. I'm standing. You're at about ankle height. We're on Platform 3 now. I'm thinking this one's going to go down. It's a bigger ship. It's a bigger target. Also slower moving. And we're not manning... Nobody's manning mortars. But they're still... The accuracy is kind of butt. They're missing more shots than they're hitting. This is why we test things for the sciences. Never mind, I spoke too soon. That one's taking a lot more hits.
First plank gone.
Oh. A bigger target means... sink much faster. It also looks like you kind of have butt for wind, too. Oh, there's more wind. Oh yeah, bigger target. They're way more accurate. There's the deck. Way more accurate on bigger targets.
And I'm out swimming.
Man overboard! And ship sunker board. Bloop. Oh no, I thought that was gonna do it. Way to go, cannoneers, you made me look bad. You embarrassed me in front of my friends. Sink that turd. Blow his ass right off. Just things a pirate would say. Oh, now the other cannon things are firing at him. This one's a bit mightier.
Surrounded by cannons.
It's getting hit from every angle! Just pirate things! So, with seeing this and with testing... There goes the ass end, and the thing should be sinking at any second. With seeing this and with the testing, about where the brig is now... water-high cliff platforms, or since the water is so low, building towers out of the water with defenses on them might actually be a bit more cost-effective. It might be more effective and cost-effective. We can also seal this puppy off, but we kind of don't want to do that. We want to leave this open for the purpose of baiting ships in to come to attack, because we can fortify it. And it makes it, I'd say, more of a clever pirate trap than anything. Because we're luring ships in to come and sink our ships, but sinking them in the path. We just have to science out the best way to do the defenses. And I don't think I'm 100% sold on these cliff platform cannon towers. I think we can do better. I believe we can do better. But we still have one final test in order. We have the Galleon Test. And we'll see how well a Galleon holds up against these puppies, and then talk a little bit about what we're going to do to improve our defenses for the future. Our rebuild will be in order, I feel. Our last test is going to be the Galleon. I'm excited for the Galleon test. I feel like most people are going to be sailing attack Galleons, so this is the one that I really want to collect the most data on. And you have handling sails on yours. Interesting. You want to be able to catch as much wind as possible.
Yeah, and at the same time be able to turn inside that canyon.
That's true. That's true. That will give you way better turning. Yeah, that thing's getting rectumed. Oh, wow. Yeah, I sort of got planks gone. So bigger target makes for an easier target for our current build-up. Although it's making it decently far in for what it is. It made it past where the brig went. It's just beefier. It's taking a lot of damage, but it's just way, way, way beefier. I'm coming after you. I see you dropping your sails in there. Some crews, some crews in the water. Ship your pants might be firing at this point. Okay, yeah. So we know what our weaknesses are. What I'm thinking might be an interesting addition to this are water mines. And what I'm thinking with water mines is something probably a little unconventional, but it's going to give you an idea of StarCraft. So since this isn't too terribly high above sea level, we can build towers down here in the water, make them maybe 2 blocks to wall height, or maybe 1.5 wall height above the water level. And we'll stick swivel guns with Greek fire in there and make it like a bunker from StarCraft with fire bats in it, annihilating ships as soon as they come by. But they're going to be small, just above water level, and kind of strategically placed around, so the ships will have to steer through them. That's what I'm thinking would really bolster our defenses. These guys should probably come down, get repurposed closer to sea level, so not only they could fire more, but they can also fire more accurately. Like, that Galleon is still taking a beating, but it's kind of able to navigate the canals, bypassing all of the current levels of defenses. This is why we're testing our defenses. However, storing the ships in here is still way, way, way better than leaving them out in the open, because it forces a natural bottleneck. And that was what our goal was here today. We've learned something from this science episode. We've got a couple of good ideas from it as well, but I'm thinking building at water level and our water mines, the water mine idea, might actually take this whole thing to the next level. It also might make it a little bit stronger, because there's not too terribly much stopping, other than the swivel guys on top, there's not too terribly much stopping somebody from wingsuiting down and maybe taking out a tower with a couple of explosive barrels. That Galleon still hasn't sunk, though. Color me impressed. This is why we test before we employ things into the idea of PvP. So we've got some rebuilding to do. But I hope you guys might have learned something from this. Is that called the Early Access? Is your tribe called the Early Access game?
Yeah, the tribe is.
That's really funny. I like that. I like your sense of humor, buddy. I hope you guys learned something from our testing here today. This is why we do these type of testing, so this is why we're doing the video on it. If you're trying to build some kind of defense, this is a great area to do it in because of the natural defenses, but don't build the cliff platforms like we did, expecting them to be really, really effective. I actually thought they were going to be way more effective than they were, but I'm glad that we did this because we're learning. Now we get to build some other things cooler. We get to think outside of the box and make many cool nerd parade structures. The Galleon has been sunk thanks to Gru just parking it there. We're going to get that man back into the tribs and work on protecting our Pirate Cove peace sign from enemy players and ships. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some good information out of this video. If you did, smash thumbs up. Let us know that you like the videos that way. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the page for some more cool videos just like this one. Or don't. Who the fuck cares? Don't subscribe. It doesn't matter. Most importantly of all, though, I want you to remember to take care of yourselves out there. Stay awesome, and we'll catch you in our next Nerd Parade Piratey Atlas adventure. Later.